Yo, what up guys, Beside here, logged into the Noob Pro on day 110. I've made some big changes to the account and I thought I'd hop on and share it with you guys to see whether it's good or bad, see whether it's going to improve the account for the better. There's nothing going on right now in the game in terms of the Noob Pro. I'm not pushing for any of these events and tournaments and all the craziness that is going on, so I have enough time to rebuild some champions, to farm some champion training and level up some champions. That's what the Noob Pro has been up to, and also to farm that Fire Knight and get us some of that brand new Savage gear. That's the first thing I'll draw to your attention, that the Noob Pro now has a lot of Savage gear. Farming the Fire Knight at level 20 1 or 2 days, yes, it's fine, but farming it for an entire 3 days with all your energy and all your gems means I now have enough gear from, farming the Fire Knight. And let me scroll to, that's a lot of artifacts right here. The Noob Pro is at max 1300 over 1300, which is where we want to be. I'm going to Savage. Just wanted to show that the Noob Pro account has been changed for the better. So one of the best gear that we get from that Fire Knight is regen, and now the Noob Pro has enough to build one champion in full regen set. One of those champions that can solo content and not die. The Noob Pro now can make that happen. Whether it's a Venom Mage, whether it's an attack, anybody that want to be that solo champion role can now be possible with this level 20 farmed gear at Fire Knight is enough to make something happen. I think so. It should be enough. I've not built anybody yet in regen set on the account. I just wanted to showcase that it's possible right now. And now the next one that is also farmed from the Fire Knight that I wanted to showcase on this Noob Pro is going to be the Savage set, of course. So I don't know how good luck you had with all the Savage farming you did, but I was looking for crit damage glove. That's one of the scarce resources on the account at that point, because a lot of champions I was building in the early game had crit rate glove. Remember to hit crit rate before you look for crit damage. So at that early game, when I wasn't having enough crit damage glove and crit rate, I started to focus on 100% crit rate and maybe 100 or 150 crit damage. But right now at the level of this account, most damage dealers need their crit damage glove right here. Something like this one, but it rolled 2 rows into resistance. But I will still use that crit rate though. I'll maybe roll it one more time to see if I can get one roll of crit rate, which would be awesome. So that's sort of a gear that I'm looking forward to on the account. And if I can check, I think I'll put it on somebody else, because I've built 2 champions right now on the account with Savage sets. And yes, I still have a lot more spare to go around, which is awesome. So another thing you're looking for is attack chests. I think I put on somebody. This is one, but it's a 4-star one with no crit rate. Substats is good. And then of course the speed boots or attack boots right here for a damage dealer like this. So this is good, I guess. So that's the Noob Pro lock so far on this Savage gear. That means we can now start building some good champions, either for PvP arena battles, which is we already have, or for other content where Savage set can be useful, like a Cold Heart. Initially when I built my Cold Heart, we didn't have enough Savage set to put on her. Right now I think we have enough. If I can show you right now what my Cold Heart is still rocking: scattered pieces, crazy sets all over, just to hit that crit rate requirement and a crit damage requirement, right, an accuracy requirement at least for that early game build. So right now she has to maybe regeared in Savage set if nobody else needs it, because it will make us take down PvE content like the spider faster with big nukes rather than just using HP bond. So she will be regeared, but we ran out of silver. Yes, I came in right here with 15 million silver to do some champion regearing, and I ended up with how many silver I currently have on the account? 56,000 silver. That means 15 million silver just went all down. So let me show you some champions that got some changes to them. The first champion that I've been taking is, like a backseat in the account since we were so hyped to get him, is Cronam. You see how difficult it was to get this champion. So I was like, why is this champion not being featured in all my teams everywhere? Clan boss, dungeon runs, everywhere. It's because I didn't kind of like his build, or he wasn't doing too much enough, or I felt like he needed to be paired with his counterpart. So I went back to his build and take a look at what I could do. He went from a 40% crit rate. Initial build was just accuracy. We just wanted him to land his HP bond and increase the duration or activate them, right? That was our initial build. Accuracy, we didn't have enough for crit rate or crit damage. But his new build right now, because we've also forged some new gear from the what do you call this content now, the forge, he's now having one of those champions that now has crit damage glove. And not just crit damage, he now has enough crit rate also at 100% at least. Yes, and well above 200 crit damage. Initially, he was about 174 crit damage and 140% crit rate. So now this is a brand new build for Chronam. He was the first champion I took a look at and said, this is a beginner build. He needs to be better. And I still managed to hit that 200 accuracy requirement. Or when I finally put his glove, his banner to highest level 16, it will be about 230 accuracy or even more. So that's the first champion that got a revamp on the Noob to Pro, from a beginner level build where we're just looking for accuracy to now a build where we can get accuracy and also get crit rate and crit damage. And also his damage is based on attack, right? So I try to give him about 2007 or close to 3000 attack. But 188 speed is also not slow because this is a PvE champion most of the time. I'm not going to use him for PvP or anything, even if this damage looks incredible and looks good enough to use for PvP at my level of gold 4 or gold 5. So that's Chronam. His master is still the same, nothing changed right here. He's still rocking the Brimstone Blessing, and it's going to be more useful in content, hopefully, with this build. You can agree with me that 40% crit rate to 100% is a big change. 174 crit damage to 230 plus crit damage is a big change also. So that's Chronam, his revamped build, Now, the next champion that I did take a look at in the account, I tried to see if I can improve the speed of my Deacon. He still has his fastest speed of 292. There was no increase I could do. That means I got no new speed gear that was better than what he was rocking. But I did get enough speed gear to put on some other champions, which will make them a lot better. So after, what's his name now? Chronam got a lot of silver, about 7 million silver to make this change and upgrade it. That's why I see I've not even done some to the maximum. The next champion that I took a look at is this champion that I was using in Clan Boss right now. And then I remembered I don't want to change his build right now until I have my 2 unkillable champions ready. This champion and this champion, right? That's when I'll know how the speed tune will be for this dude. So let me not build him right now for Clan Boss and then end up changing the build. So let's not do that right now. Let's just leave him where he is until my block damage champions are ready. That's when I know exactly how many speed he needs for the Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. That's what I'm prepping him for. For now, he's doing a 2 key on Nightmare. No problem with this current build. No problem. So I'm still looking for legendary skill tomes to make that Emic and our new legendary champion, Roshka the Tower, come online on the account. But for now, he's going to stay the same way doing his job. So I did not regear him. He's going to still rocking his total stats. His gear is still at level 12, at least the accessories, 192, which is not a build you need for Ultra Nightmare, and not even 200 plus crit damage. Anyway, so that's the second champion that I took a look at, but I did not change his gear. Now, the next one that I was like, there's something the Noob to Pro has not done so far. We've been stuck in Doom Tower. We've not really focused on Doom Tower because I've been focusing on leveling up my champions to 60, getting masteries on them and beating dungeons at 25 at least for Dragon and 20 for all content. Now that we have that settled, we cannot be stuck at this level of the account where I've gone so far. I cannot be stuck at Doom Tower stage 30. Feels embarrassing. When I have all these crazy legendary champions, how can I be stuck at the 3rd stage, or is it the 4th stage? 1, 2, 3. It's kind of embarrassing. I was like, I know I can do this, but I just refuse to build a champion for this single this dude. So I decided to do it. Who did I build? Amiga #1. He went from his normal accuracy beginner set and crit rate set to now a, what do you call that set now? That ignores not ignore defense now. I'm getting the set, destroy set. That's what I'm looking for. That's the perfect set you need just for that boss. Now, an Amiga at this level of the game where I have a lot of champions, he did not get to 60 because I did not need him in the early game. I got Cold Heart early, so she kind of took care of that spider. His role is turn meter control a lot in content, but I had Cold Heart and I had this champion doing some turn meter control sometimes for me in some content where I need it. So I was like, there's no need for me to 60 an Amiga. So, but there was actually a need for me to build him right now in destroy set, at least for this boss to help me climb up a lot further. And I don't think he needs to be 60, but at least to consistently keep the turn meter of that boss down while he's being shielded. So with the this thing that is gonna help me take down the boss faster, in destroy set, I decided to build him another champion who is supposed to do shielding. I already built this champion before, but I revamped this build also. He went from about 190 speed to over 230, 221 speed. So that's something that will make sure that my Metal Shaper stays in line in front. I already have a shielder who is Emic, and his shield is already booked to be on a 3-turn cooldown. So I'm going to use both of them. Probably if you have a shielder and a 3-turn cooldown, you might still need, what's his name? Metal Shaper or another shielder. So this is not the only, Emic cannot do it alone in shield because I did not revamp his build or his skills. He's also not fully booked on other skills. So Emic could do it probably, but I just wanted a champion who is dedicated to shielding. Whenever I have a champion like this, I might not even need Emic in that team. I might just focus on damage the rest. As long as he is the fastest champion on the team, this run will be successful on full auto. So that's what I was working on right now to make sure that I'm no longer embarrassed about being stuck at Scarab King normal 30 when my account is this far progressed into the game. So let's just do the battle in this video to see if it's successful. I've not run it, I've not tried it. I just put this team together in the preset. I wanted to call it the Scarab team and see if it's going to be successful. I wanted to increase the defense of Amiga a little bit. I didn't show you the total stat for Amiga, but it's kind of impressive, I must say. He still doesn't have accuracy banner, but he has enough accuracy. 238 accuracy is a lot. I managed to hit that 100% crit rate goal and not focused on crit damage, of course. And then defense 18, speed 177. So that's my Amiga build. Why for Metal Shaper, like I said, is well above 221. Speed is all I need on Metal Shaper, nothing else, no other stats. That's why you see 20k HP on Metal Shaper. All right, let's run these two champions together and hopefully we can keep the boss's storm meter down consistently while I do damage through other champions that are in this team right here. Let's go. So we can finally get to stage 30 and yeah, finally begin to beat higher stages of this boss. Full auto, like I said, I don't want to interfere. Did I bring Emic along? I did. I put this champion in a shield set, so there's no problem. So we will have shielding a lot of the time in battle. I've not tried it. Hopefully it's successful. If it fails, I know what to do. I'll just use only Amiga, the other shield champion, Emic, and Metal Shaper. Maybe a Cold Heart, because the main thing on this boss is that shield that we did not have. Now that we have the shield, we should be able to get through it. We're starting the battle with our A1. At least I set this preset. See Amiga? We're going to destroy his enemy, his max HP. Or why did he take a turn? I thought Amiga was right here to prevent that from happening. Nice, but no problem. Amiga is right here. We don't have any problem. So he's getting his HP destroyed. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. He's getting his HP destroyed. I should have brought this champion that steals turn meter. My clan boss damage dealer, who has that skill where he can just remove the turn meter of the boss. Instead of this Chronam. I wanted to use Chronam in content. He has been left behind in a lot of content. So Chronam is a problem in this battle. He's probably not the best one right here. But my Amiga has high resist. My Metal Shaper has high resist, so they are not getting debuffed. But we don't have enough enough speed, I mean, to make sure the boss doesn't get a turn. That's Amiga going in only A1. I told him to use only his A1, so I'm not worried, even if the battle is looking a little dicey right now. Somebody's about to die. Please, Amiga. Go in again. Okay. Okay. Now we're talking. Now that's how you do it. Destroy enemy max HP. So that's the way to deal with this boss. And hopefully in the next time we come across this boss again, we'll have a more consistent team with maybe a Cold Heart or maybe somebody else to do turn meter reduction, because Chronam was a liability right here and we need more turn meter reduction or increased speed. I didn't want to bring in a Deacon. Maybe the boss is a lot faster than we are. So that's Scarab King done, and I can maybe farm this stage on auto, because initially when they say fight this Doom Tower bosses, I usually come down here and fight this on auto. But now I can climb further. And who is this next boss? that we have to deal with. Do we have to deal with this boss again? I think. Or the spider, the frost spider, I think. I don't know. We'll have to see when we get to that spot tomorrow. But I know that will be much easier than this boss that required specific champions, specific speed, and specific shield to get through it. So that's Doom Tower normal, little progressions. It's not something I recommend in the early game. You see how far we've come, and now we are beginning to focus on it because there is not much else to do. All right, that's the progress I just wanted to share with you guys in this video. The next, I've showed my Savage and Regen gear. I wanted to count my fragments because what do you call this, Hydra did reset, and the Noob to Pro was able to do our first Hydra key, 1 key Hydra yesterday in a live stream. If you guys missed it, on YouTube, I do the live stream. The live streams are not saved, but if you're right here, you can watch when it happens. So I did put in this team together, the same team that I've been doing 4 million, 2 million, 1 million. They finally was able to ramp up their damage and finally hit almost 9 million right here in just 1 key, and helping me hit maximum chest for the Hydra, which is gonna get me those Mitrala fragments that I need desperately for some mid-game to end-game content. So that's the team right here. Right now, I've regeared Michinaki, so it's probably not in the same gear, but at least Chronam new build will even do better than before right here in this team. So that's the team that did my first Hydra normal key. I've not tried the next keys, the next difficulty levels though. So fragment count, like I was saying, I wanted to see how many fragments I have right now for these champions. Mitrala Live Bane, 16 fragments. That's good. And of course, Archmaid Helmont, 24 fragments. And let's not forget about Drexstar Blood Twin, one that we're currently looking forward to getting. So we're going to make Doom Tower a lot easier when we finally get Drexstar. We're close to Drexstar, buying his fragments daily from that 3v3 arena bazaar shop right here. So here is it. Yeah, bought it today. Still have 1 more to go for 2 more days to buy, even if I don't fight a lot of battles. So do I have a weak team right here? Yes, weak defenses helping me find easy teams to also fight. No easy teams on this roster. Anyways, that's the Noob to Pro update. Is there any other thing? Doom Tower progression, I've talked about it. Fragments count and normal Hydra. That's the big information I wanted to share with you guys in this video. I spent my silver because of champion training or artifact enhancement is going on for this masquerade party event. And do I have enough? 12,000. That's a lot of, I didn't even know that leveling up all this will get me some points, but I knew that. But the Noob to Pro is looking forward to these legendary skill tomes. Do we have enough resources to make it happen in 1 day? Let me just try. If we don't, then I guess we tried. So now it's now unlocked. Now I have to open another 8,000 points. I did all these points right now from artifact enhancement. Can I do the rest of the points from champion training? 8,000 points right here in 1 day, 13 hours. I'll see if I can do it. This the Noob Pro actually needs legendary skill tomes to build Emik and Rushka the Tower and others that we need for clan boss. How is your heroes path going? The Noob Pro is closed. My main account already has this legendary skill tomes and this primal shard claimed already because that main account is crazy. But Noob Pro is going slowly, and we spent all our silver to make this happen. When I was building these champions, I forgot about this other event, but now I see that I'm close. What about this Halloween Titan event? The Noob Pro has not gotten enough points. Oh, I just did artifact enhancement, so I have enough. I might get a 1-star Wukong. Like I said, I'm stopping right here and 1-star after artifact enhancement is done. I'll pick this one up, and yeah, I'll spend some gems. I'll have to spend some gems in champion training. Or if I get new silver, currently at 100,000, if I get new silver, I'll need to take some of this gear on this champion. Yes, he is the second champion I put in Savage set. He went from our early sets to Savage. Remember, I'm trying to build this champion with Seeker for clan boss. I mean, for arena, to see if he can pair with Seeker for one of my 3v3 teams, or my in case I don't want to use Luria, sometimes I can use Seeker along with this champion in a go second team to do some nuking. That's why I'm putting in a Savage set. And initially is the one is a stalwart set because I wanted to use him for clan boss, and then we got this champion was going to be better for clan boss. And I don't know if I'm going to use him and him at the same time in clan boss, but 2 block damage, some other roles. We'll talk about the clan boss later. I just wanted to, for now, put him in a set that is going to be useful in both Hydra and PvP, especially because this champion has been slacking. And the main reason why I'm slacking behind in this champion is because of their no books. No books. So it's not like I'm getting them and not using them. Without books, this champion are kind of useless. They already have masteries just waiting for that legendary skill tomes. If you see where legendary skill tomes are, please send them some to this Noob Pro account. We got all the legendaries. We're just waiting for books. Our latest champion, Bamboos, is currently 50, and I'm doing some champion training, like I said, to get some 5-star food to get him to 6-star. Yes, he's going to be our next 6-star that is going to sit on our account without books. We have some new legendaries, legendaries versus epics type of champions added to the account also, which are waiting to be built. That's why I'm going back to champion training, and that's why I'm giving this Pro update. So when you don't see this account update for 2-3 days, I'm doing champion training to level up my latest champions to 60 because they need to be for us to use them in content and start enjoying them at this. Let me know what you think about all this Noob Pro progression update on day 110. A lot of updates, and hopefully you guys like this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and for those who have joined the channel by hitting that join button, thank you. J Jokes was the latest. Thank you all for hitting that join button and supporting the content creation and adding a little bit to our pause every month. I appreciate you guys. Hit that join button if you want an account takeover, gear cleanse, and all that good stuff. I'll be live. Maybe if I don't do it a live tonight, I'll do a live tomorrow for you guys, so we can talk more about raid and other things that I know to Pro is up to. Good night, guys.